SGC here, and we are back for a BNA. VIFF, it's a long name here. So we have memories to choke on, drinks to wash them down. Directed by Leung Ming-kai and Kate Reilly. So there's 4 stories here, 3 fictional and 1 documentary. So there's one about a domestic worker from Indonesia and the elderly charge that she has to deal with. 2 20-something brothers who are living their youth at a toy shop. 2 professional teachers, local man and a foreign woman dealing with like being a foodie in Hong Kong. And then a politically engaged barista and actress who decides to run in the hotly contested 2019 elections. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. It is 70 minutes, and I don't know both directors. Liang is a cinematographer and a filmmaker from Hong Kong. Shot more than a dozen celebrated features. He did Murmur of the Hearts, Old Stone, By the Time It Gets Dark, and he did short films as well. Kate Reilly is an actor and filmmaker from the States. And yeah, I don't know anything else. But yeah, like just 4 stories. Summary sounds interesting, and it's 70 minutes. So I'll probably finish this faster than slower. It's interesting. I don't know what the Chinese name is, but there's some Soibo in this. It's not in Chinese, it's in like English, so it's like Yi-hang Yun some Soibo. I don't know. I don't know how to read. I'm not Chinese. But anyways, that's it. So looking forward to this, because I mean, short stories, it'll be a change of pace from all the things that I've seen so far, because everything has been kind of like hard to watch. Anyways, that's it. This is before, and this is after. Okay, I finally figured out the Chinese name for this. So it's Ye-hang Yin-yang Some Soibo. So basically, it's 3 of the stories' names. Ye-hang, which is sort of like the overnight poo collection, and then Yin-yang is tea mixed with coffee. There was a historical lesson on that, and Some Soibo is just a district that the documentary is on regarding the 2019 elections. So for once, I would say the English title trumps the Chinese title. Because I mean, seriously, memories to choke on, drinks to wash them down is whoa. So one thing I do that I'm curious is that, are these actors? Like, I know the 3rd story, Yin Yang, is Gregory Wong, so I've seen him around. Kate Reilly, one of the directors, is actually in a 3rd film, but let's just talk about each story on its own. So the first one, it's about a domestic worker with a, Alzheimer's senior. This stars Leong Cheok-mei and Mia Mungli. It is sort of remnants of like Still Human, where Anthony Wong and a person of color, not in Chinese Hong Konger, being a main part of the story. So it was a pretty interesting story, and I loved how it was filmed. The cinematography was great. Just capturing that essence of dealing with someone with Alzheimer's, and like how, like the subtleness of just how do we make them happy, but at the same time protect them from themselves, type of thing. So I really did enjoy that. And then the next story is starring Zeno Koo and Lam Yiu-sing, who plays 2 brothers who reminisce of the toy store that they own, and they're gonna sell it off. I also love the cinematography for that, just the introduction, and also the whole, full circle type of thing, how it's shot one way, and then near the end of the film it's shot the same way but backwards, and I enjoyed that. The acting was fine. Like, it is, above TVB for sure, and just interesting story. Like, it could have been very melodramatic, but it wasn't. and it was addressing, you know, the culture of work and family, again, marriage with the Hong Kong life, how they had to deal with their differences, you know, family members become disconnected because they're busy, you know, someone has their own family, one person's like working and all that stuff, and it was a nice break. So it's a good, I liked how it was paired up with the first story. And then the third story is about two teachers, so starring Gregory Wong and the director Kate Reilly, where they play two teachers at a school who start to get to know each other, and then it's a flashback, flash forward type of thing where you know, Kate Reilly's character is moving away, and then they reminisce of how they met and like the food that they tried. I found out there's a salted egg French toast. Never knew that, and I know exactly where they went for lunch or yeah, and talking about fried chicken and all that. And I loved how this film is very small, and just really feels like Hong Kong, and it's like crampedness and just dealing with a foreigner and just getting them to understand the, you know, local culture, tidbits of Cantonese. So the narrative overall for three stories is a pretty nice piecemeal of the Hong Kong culture. Now, granted, again, it's always for the audience. Like, it is very real, and I do enjoy the cinematography. The blocking here is very non-typical Hong Kong film, and I do wonder if this will ever screen in Hong Kong because it's nice. But granted, the last story, the documentary, is about Jessica Lam of the, I don't even know how to say it in English really,深水埗district, where she's running for elections. And it's just like a interview format of just, you know, seeing how she is day to day with her election stuff and just how she got to where she is, makes a few comments on 2019 and the protests and all that stuff. So it's fine as a documentary. It's not super like anything really, but it informs. And I think people who heard about 2019, 2020 Hong Kong would like this story because it's like, oh, just an update of like someone on the ground, on the front lines, actually in the elections. Now, granted, there are more bigger, you know, names out there like Joshua Wong or Agnes or Nathan Law, all those other people, or even the, you know, the older folks. But this is a nice slice of life. So it is nice. It's rather light and it's elegant, as VIFF calls it, and I do agree. It's really piecemealing out, like, okay, this is the life. I mean, like, the domestic worker thing is a total thing. Like, there are so many people relying on domestic workers because of the work culture. So it's like you get a sense of that, of what a domestic worker, especially one with a Alzheimer's client, has to deal with. So I really did enjoy this one, and I definitely recommend it if you can check it out. It's, you know, it's 77 minutes. The documentary might be kind of iffy if you're just kind of like tired out by the protests and all that stuff, but, you know, I think it's still worth your while and a story that needs to be told. And I think it ties it really well with the three other stories of just life in Hong Kong, and it's like different. And again, these are people that, you know, exist. Like, you don't feel like they're overact. I mean, granted, the senior with Alzheimer's sometimes is overact, but you know it's because of her, like, of her condition, and it still feels genuine. So I like that. It does remind me of Twilight's Kiss, of how those characters also feel real, that you can, you know, just look at someone crossing the street in Hong Kong and this could be their story. And I really love that it's just so down to earth versus all the other stuff that's been, you know, normally out, like cop, doctor, lawyer shows who, you know, disconnect from the rest of society because they're so elite. Yeah, so I enjoyed this. You know, our director here, Leung Ming-kai and Kate Reilly, both produced this, wrote this, and also edited this. So props on doing so many jobs and all that. So yeah, definitely check it out. I enjoyed it, and really fun time, really. So anyway, that's it. Keep liking, keep watching, and subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. And that's it for this BNA of memories to choke on and drinks to wash them down. Keep safe and keep healthy. Out.